Here we go, starting the meeting. I'm going to share my PowerPoint screen with you. And right, let's see. So these are some things that I would like to talk about today. I'm going to tell you about a drama discipline teacher manual by Alison Chaplin of Arts on the Move, which I think will be of great value to anyone who's starting drama or would like to brush up on their drama discipline. And I'll show you that in a short while. For anybody who's not yet a member of the Inspiring Drama Teacher and is interested, I've got a special offer, save 15% if you use the code DRAMAZOOM24 when you buy your place. But I can talk about that later. So these are the items I'm going to go through during the meeting. I'm going to talk about my course for 2025 in August. I'll be running a course that I ran this year with Griselda Beacon from Argentina, but it's taking place in Norwich in the UK. Then I'm going to play some games with you, or I might not play them all. I might have to describe some of them. They're games that I've played recently on clowning courses. And then I'm going to introduce Josee. If my games are taking too long, I'll introduce Josee a little bit earlier, because she's got some really interesting activities to do, linked to levels of tension, which we'll talk about in a bit. I did have a question from one of the students, Matt. If he comes, we can discuss this. He was asking about plays that we might recommend for 20 plus students. And I know that there are some teachers on here who certainly work with that kind of number of people, if not more. So there we go. Now, what I'm going to do is stop that share and say hello to you again in the main screen. Lovely to see you all. Some people have logged in since I last looked. Welcome to all the wonderful regulars, and people who've been once or twice before, and people who are brand new. Right. So, first of all, let's have a look in the chat because people have sent me messages. Okay. Brilliant. Yes, thank you, Susan, for putting that title in the chat. So I'm going to share everything this time. Let's see if I can share my desktop. That's it. And go to here. So let's go to, no, let's go back to here. Here we go. So I don't know if you know this site, Arts on the Move. It has some similar offerings to my site, Drama Resource, and it's run from the UK by a wonderful writer and teacher called Alison Chaplin. She's a friend and colleague. We've worked together in the past on drama projects, and she has written a lot of plays, which you can find on this website. But she also recently produced a document. Let me just find this again. Here we go. Right, yeah, let's go back to the beginning of this document. Sorry, so you can see the title page, Positive Drama Room Discipline. And while discipline isn't, the thing that we really want to focus on when we're teaching, sorry, I'm just getting sidetracked there by the fact that more people are joining. Josee, could you just keep an eye out? And if anybody is in the waiting room, could you let them in? And I'm making you the co-host in order to do that. Brilliant. So I don't think anybody is in there, but just in case. So in this document from Alison, I'm just going to show you the title page or what the content covers. So there's information about making a drama agreement with students, which some of you may have come across before. Often it's something that you can produce democratically, so that you talk to them about what they think would be a good way to work in the drama space and as a group. She's got ways to work during the lesson, creating groups, agreeing personal boundaries, creating calm and focus, all these things that are really important to making great drama happen. So I'm just scrolling through here to show you, but I don't really want to share it because it's something that Alison is actually selling, but it's incredibly cheap. So if you're interested in that, um, it's available for $3. And I just wanted to promote it because Alison has helped me in a lot of ways in the past, and we continue to help each other. I put the link to that page into the chat. There we go. Any questions so far, or anything anybody would like to bring in, comment on, ask about? Um, Otherwise, I will continue to be presenting the ideas that I mentioned at the beginning. So, how many people here are not yet members of the Inspiring Drama Teacher course? Maybe Alison is not a member. Maybe, oh, is that Grant there? Hello, Grant. Look at you. So look, there's Grant. Hello, Grant. You all right, mate? You're muted at the moment. Can you just unmute?
There I am. See you, how you doing?
Yeah. Now that was the English language, just in case you weren't sure about that, anybody. It came across, I think Grant was trying one of his memorable regional accents there. Is that right, Grant?
I'm not sure which region it was, to be fair.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
it was
Grant
trying to be
is
Norwich.
an
Norwich.
actor that I worked with in the past in my theatre company, Tiebreak, and we had a whale of laughs touring. Uh, did we do more than one play together, Grant? Or did
No, it
we
was
just
just
do that
Suitcase
one?
Full of Stories.
Suitcase Full of Stories, that's right. And it was
Yeah.
based on stories from around the world. And what happened was Grant and another actor were two removal people in an attic.
Seamer.
SEMA, that's right. Um, they found a suitcase there, and when they opened it, all sorts of strange things started to happen. Each object that they took out led into a magical story. And I have to say, it's one of my favorite productions that we ever did. It was only two people, but between them, they managed to conjure a whole range of characters using song, acting, and music. So it's great that recently Grant and I got in contact again. So there you
Yes.
go. That is completely off what I was going to talk to you about. But never mind. I do have an offer for anybody who is not yet a member of the Inspiring Drama Teacher. Um, and if they are not a member and they want to join and get 15% off the already very reasonable price of $120 for 40 or 50 lesson plans and lots of ideas. All right. So listen, I already feel like I've been talking for far too long. Um, but I'm going to do one more talky thing before we play a game. No, let's change it around. Let's play the game first of all. Much more exciting. Okay. So recently, Susan wants to say something actually. So Susan, fire away.
I was just going to say something which is extending your talking, really. That I did something very similar to Grant in an international school I was teaching in Spain. I produced a whole school evening of drama, singing and dancing and acting on cultural studies. And I had a great big treasure chest painted with all scenes of the world on it. And inside it, I asked each we had 32 cultures in the school. And I asked each culture to bring an item to put into the treasure chest. And we had the magician who we had. It's a small world after all. I know it's a bit cliched, but it was really nice. And we had the magician abracadabering the box and picking out an item, and the students from that culture running onto the stage and doing a prepared improvisation.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Susan, that's a brilliant idea, because you're starting from where the audience are. You're starting with the cultures that you've got in the school, which happen to be a very large number indeed. And then the idea that they could produce objects which meant something to them, which you then built into a story. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Could I ask what the link to Argentina is, Susan?
Oh, well, that's another story. I'll write to you privately in on the chat.
All right, because I'm from Chile. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Oh, I've been to Chile many times.
Well, we will be talking about Argentina more than once during this meeting. So that's great. And Susan is now based in Argentina, which is why she's got Liverpool to Argentina. There we go. Okay, so the game. Recently, I've been on a few clowning courses, and we played lots of games, most of which, to be honest, I knew already. But this was one game that I really liked, and it's ideally played face to face in a live context with a group who want to get to know each other, or rather, in particular, get to know each other's names and maybe a little bit about each other. So the idea is, standing in a circle, each person says their name and makes a small action showing something that they like doing. Okay. So, for example, it might be, I might say David, and I might, be eating with a knife and fork, for example. To choose a really obvious activity, but it could be anything from stroking a dog to watering a plant, reading a book, eating a banana. In fact, you can make up your own activity, but you've got to stick with that activity, and it's got to be nice and clear. Now, this works really well in a room, and the idea is everybody says their name, shows their activity, and you can't have a repeat. All right, so everybody's got to have a different activity. If, for example, two people love eating, then the second person has got to find a different way of showing their activity so that it is visually very different to the other one. And the idea is that once everybody is shown, then the first person who's starting the game does their activity and then the activity of somebody else. All right, you get the idea. So that person, so let's say Josee chose stroking a dog for her favorite activity. All right, because I know she's got one probably next to her right now. Then I might go eating, and then and that would pass the action to Josee, who would then make her activity and the activity of somebody else. All right, do you get the idea? So let's try it. Grant, if you're able to, I wonder if you could get a bit more light on yourself, maybe by moving your computer a bit, because you're a little bit in the dark. Or that works, whatever that is. It's a flashing light. So that's hopefully given you time to think of an activity. All right, my activity is going to be, no, I'm going to do mine at the end. So let's start with Susan. Could you show us an activity and also say your name as you would like us to call you today? Susan, there we go. What's your activity going to be? Oh, it's got to be much simpler than that, all right? So can you just simplify it, especially for Zoom? All right, that's better. That's good. Excellent. Let's just keep the first part of that, Susan.
Could Could I just add that while Susan does her action, she also says her name, because when you're not speaking, we get you on the big screen and a very small screen with Susan. So Susan, you could make some noise to come up on stage, so to speak, on Zoom stage.
Susan Hillyard from Liverpool, now living in Argentina.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Susan. You can stop now. Now, I forgot to say, thanks, Grant, as well. Can see you now. When Susan does her activity, we all copy it. So come on, let's do Susan's activity. Excellent. Brilliant. Now I'm going to go to Grant next. All right. I'm just going in the order that I can see people. Give us, and you're muted at the moment, Grant.
So I do. I'm Grant, and I.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. And also, what's really nice about this game is that you don't say what the activity is. Oh, by the way, we should all be doing what we think Grant's doing. Come on. Okay. All right. And a great face there as well. All right. Yeah. So even if we don't know what the activity is, it doesn't matter. All right. Next, I'm going to go to Emmanuel Casar from Malta. Okay, and he's doing this. All right, can you just keep it as maybe that first one? All right. So we're all going to do that. Okay. All right. Whatever we think.
Say your name.
We're going to do that. All right. Excellent. All right.
Say your name.
And Emmanuel. Emmanuel. It sounds like I said it. Isn't that amazing? All right, Paula, you're next.
My name is Paula.
Okay, can we all do that?
My name is Paula. Yes, and I just love doing this.
We don't normally repeat that part, but you know, just for the hell of it today. And Eleanor, you're next on my screen. Screen, not scream. Okay.
Eleanor.
Oh, okay. Eleanor. Yeah, now that's really good. So, Eleanor, you have reminded me of that part of the game, because that's what you do. Eleanor makes her action and says her name, and we all say just her name. We don't say I am, but we just say Eleanor. Okay, let's do that. Eleanor.
Okay.
Eleanor.
Excellent. Brilliant. You've reminded me of that rule. Okay, so I hope you're all remembering your activity. Jenny, and then it's going to be Priyanka after that.
Jenny.
Okay, Jenny. Brilliant. Jenny. And remember, whatever activity you do, it's got to look different to the ones that have come before. Jenny. All right. So Priyanka, you're next. Can you? Oh, there we go.
Priyanka. Nail filing. Filing the nail.
Oh, you're not supposed to say.
Oh, yeah. Don't say what the activity is. Yeah, that's all right, Priyanka. I thought you were threading a needle.
Yeah, I also felt like that. Yeah, okay. But why not? Let's do that.
All right, we're doing that instead. Okay, so next will be if they are not showing their videos, but if they want to play, they will need to show their videos. Alison and Imran, if you want to play, switch your videos on. If you don't, then I know you're busy doing something while you watch. So I will carry on with everybody who's left. I haven't shown you my activity yet, and that is going to be this. All right. That's it. That's what it's going to be. Okay. So I'm going to try and play the game now. I'm going to start. And now we don't need to talk. We just do the actions. All right.
I haven't done
one more.
Yet.
Oh, one more. Sorry. Josee, it's because your picture moved. Sorry.
You forgot.
Your picture moved.
I know.
Oh, no, you can't have an object.
Sorry.
You've got to mime it without just using your hands. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what? I can almost picture the exact teapot that I'm holding here.
Funny that, isn't it?
All right. Because remember, you might be playing this ideally in a circle with people just using nothing. All right. So I'm going to start. And my one is like this. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to go. Now, you don't need to copy everybody else. Yeah, it's only so now, Priyanka, your turn. Yeah. This is your activity. Oh, excellent.
Oh, we don't need to copy, right?
Josee, that I reckon it's your turn now.
Okay.
Okay. I think we remember who that was. Well, you don't need to wait then, Emmanuel. No, first of all, Emmanuel, do your one and then do somebody else's.
It's already done it. We've already done that one.
We've already done the teapot. Can you think of another one? Oh, yes. Okay, I think it's Susan's turn. Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here we go. And then I'm going to go.
Jenny.
Can she remember another one? She's having a think.
Trying to think of the last one. Hang on.
Oh, there was something about looking at the stars, I think.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Which might be Paula's one, yeah?
Yeah, that's me. That's looking at the stars.
That's looking at, yeah, do it as you, because remember, we've got to try and copy exactly what they do. So that's how Paula does it. Then another activity, Paula, somebody else's.
Who hasn't?
Eleanor, what did Eleanor do?
Eleanor, where is Eleanor?
Can you give us a sneaky reminder, Eleanor?
I'm just trying to. Oh yeah, Eleanor. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Okay, so Eleanor, it's your turn now. You can repeat them now. Because I think we've done it, haven't we?
Yeah, we've done them all, yeah.
So let's see if we can continue it, but be really quick. Okay. Susan, it's your turn.
I've got to do something different?
Yeah, you've got to know the same thing, but do your activity and somebody else's.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josee.
I reckon that's Josee.
Yeah.
I must say, everybody's got a very weird way of pouring tea in whichever country they live.
Thanks. It's Hong Kong, by the way.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that one, Paula.
Now, I don't know whether this one is a puppeteer
or a pianist. Well, it could be a puppeteer.
Or a typist.
Yeah, that's me, though. So you can stop now, and then I'm going to do...
I can see why you two are friends.
Yeah, exactly. Susan, you've won the prize for not watching properly, but I know why. You're probably making some notes.
I am.
Yeah, but we'll stop the game there, everybody, because we've demonstrated it, and we don't have a lot of time, so we're not going to perfect it today. But as you could see, it is actually quite good fun, especially if you play it in a circle and get people to try and do it quite quickly. All right. And what's nice, if you've got what I liked about it, it was a new group where nobody knew each other at all. And everybody did something which just revealed a tiny thing about themselves. All right. So it's a nice, non-invasive way of getting to know other people.
Who did that one, David?
Who?
What clown master were you working with?
Dan Lees.
Right.
You haven't heard of him, but he's probably emerged since you've not been in the UK. I'm not sure how long you've been out of the UK. But yeah, so that was one particular teacher that I worked with. Okay, so Josee, I said that it would probably be about halfway through the meeting. So I'm going to hand over to you, and if you need me to back you up on anything or remind you of anything, which is highly unlikely, but I'm here if you do.
You can do the breakout rooms in a minute, but let me explain what we're going to do. So you probably know this already. 7 levels of tension. It's one name for it, but there's other names for it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be splitting up into pairs or groups, and we're all going to find, we're going to think of an emotion. Is this correct? I can't remember if this is correct or not. Somebody said it wasn't. I thought it was. So these are kind of emotions, and I'm doing 2 groups of Shakespeare. One is Much Ado About Nothing, and the other one is Hamlet. And the Hamlet kids are actually, they're very ESL. They don't speak very good English. The ones that are doing Much Ado are really native speakers, I guess. And so I've got some, yeah, thank you. Do you want me to do mine, or are you got it?
Well, just carry on. I thought I'd get this document up, so if you want to refer to it, you can do.
Yeah. So, oh yes, I was looking at it, but yes, thanks. Can you scroll up? Scroll up.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know
down.
I've gone the wrong way.
Okay, so here are the emotions. So when you're in a group, I want you all to choose an emotion in this order: an emotion and an intensity. So for instance, love could be like this. Love 1. Or love 5 could be, okay? So intensity matters, okay? But between you two, you have to work out how intense.
Josee, could you show us those again? Because it's hard to see.
Okay.
Let me just spotlight you.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Could you just show us the different intensities of love?
Yeah. So love 1 would be, for instance, love 2 could be like that. Oh, sorry, love 5. My fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything in between, all right? Anything in between. And the reason I want you in a group to choose these first is because I don't necessarily want the line I'm going to give you guys to have anything to do with it. So you might get a line that you would think, oh, actually, that should be said in a loving way, but you might have a completely different emotion, and that's fine, because that's the fun of it. All right, so choose your emotion. If we're going to our groups first, is it better if you do it or if I do it?
Josee, what we need to do, I think, is to share the document.
Okay, share it. Yeah.
So let me just work out what I'm doing here. So here
or I can share mine.
I've got it here.
Make no difference.
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't. No. Yeah. If you can share yours, that would be brilliant.
I've got a slightly different one because I made the numbers bigger.
Okay. So that is going to be shared in the chat window. Oh no, it's not. It's screen sharing. Josee, I was thinking we need to share something in the chat window.
Got you. Yeah.
So that when people go into the breakout rooms, they know what.
Yeah, they can still see it. Yeah. Okay, so
I've actually found that now, so I'm going to try and share it.
If you do it, it's better because I need to work out how to do it.
Yeah, sure. You can carry on chatting if you want, and I'll try and.
Okay. So let me just show you while David is pasting it into the chat. So I've got some Much Ado About Nothing quotes and some Hamlet quotes. Here are the Hamlet quotes. You can either choose, shall we choose Hamlet or Much Ado? Or shall I just randomly give you a line?
I think randomly give us a line.
Right.
Just to save time, and also it might be fun to mix them up a bit.
Yes. Yes. And so you can choose whether one of you says it or both of you say it, or you say it to each other and you answer question and answer, something like that. Or you say the same line, but you have a little conversation with that line.
So could we break this down a bit? So are they going
Okay.
to be going into the breakout room and first of all choosing an emotion and an intensity?
Right. Okay.
Is that
And
right?
then, yes, that's right. And you don't know what line you're going to be given, then I'm going to send it to you in the chat, what line you have. But you are not allowed to tell other groups what emotion you've chosen for intensity, because we're going to guess it. All right?
So I've put those emotions into the chat as well.
Yeah.
Another question, Josee.
Yeah.
Normally it's 7 levels of tension, but you've simplified it to 5 levels, right?
5. Yeah.
So just to recap on anybody who's doesn't know what they are, yeah, this is really like simplifying. But if you think of levels of tension as being level 1 is no tension whatsoever. So you're like maybe asleep, knocked out, or really super relaxed.
Yeah, very, very low, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 7 is like Basil 40 in 40 Towers, going mad. Somebody just at the end of their tether, they can't bear it any longer. Or it might be they're so tense that they can't actually move. All right. I'm sure Grant and one or two other people know quite a bit about this. Maybe Grant studied the 7 levels of tension as part of his mime training. Yeah. So these are taught by people like Philippe Gollier, and they were taught by Jacques Lecoq originally as well, and by many other teachers still. But we're simplifying them, thinking that 1 is like low level of tension, 5 is high, and the others are in between.
Yeah.
Hey, Josee.
Yeah.
So over to you again.
Okay. So the reason I like this game is because kids are often, even secondary kids, which I now work with, are not very good at distinguishing different levels of emotions. So they're either very angry or not very angry at all. And so it's basically a way of forcing them to step up, make them into steps. So 2 is slightly higher than 1, but it really takes a little bit of practice, but it's a lot of fun. So anyway, we're gonna see how it works.
So,
Yeah.
just to recap, they're going to go into some breakout rooms
And
and
then
choose an emotion and a number,
yeah,
right? Each
yeah,
person in their group of perhaps 3 or 4 people will have a different emotion. Is that correct?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And will each person have a different number, or doesn't that matter?
No. Each group will have a different emotion. They choose between in a group, and you choose the intensity in your group. And then when we come back to the main room, the other groups will guess. We will say it, and they will have to guess the emotion and the intensity.
Well, I reckon we should do that first before we think about the second part of the activity. So I'm going to break people into 2 breakout rooms, okay? I think that'll be enough because of the time that we've got left. So
Okay, sure.
you're choosing one of those emotions and a number between 1 and 5 to show the tension. Any questions before I send you off?
And oh yeah, what are you going to give them a sentence, or shall I do it? Can I visit?
Okay, so do you want them to have a sentence before they go into the breakout room?
No, because I want it to be totally unrelated to the sentence. So I want
Let's
them
just
to.
do this first part of the activity then.
Yeah.
Okay, the rooms are open. There you go. Hi, everyone. You can unmute yourselves.
Hello.
We've got to choose. I'm going to let you choose one of those emotions. Has anybody got a choice of one of those? They are love, shame, anger, peaceful, warlike thoughts, harsh, comfort, or joy.
Harsh. I'll take harsh.
Harsh. So what do we mean
Yeah.
by a harsh emotion, everybody? What do you think, Priyanka?
Do we
I
know
think
the
it is
sentence
like
yet?
Sorry, go on.
Do we know the sentence that we are going to do?
No,
the
not
emotion?
yet.
Not
Not at
yet.
all. We just
so
need
harsh is somewhere between I don't want to show anger. I just want to put that I don't want to call spade and in a very firm voice maybe.
Okay,
So
Not in
that's great.
anger,
harsh may not be negative. You can say something that, probably a
Yeah.
teacher is saying
just to
something
be
right to the child and
understandable
she's
with
being
harsh.
harsh.
What was that,
Yeah,
Emmanuel?
maybe.
Emmanuel?
Just to be understandable, I mean, of harsh. Not angry, but
Yeah.
just to the point what I want to say.
And Jenny?
Yeah, just fierce and making sure that the point is across probably would be my understanding of harsh.
All right, now we're going to choose a number between 1 and 5. How about 3?
3.
Three stuff.
Sorry, Priyanka?
So I'm saying three stuff. 1 and 5 are always easy. It is
Yeah,
that
let's do that then. What do you
that's
want to do?
fine. 3 is okay. I'm just saying
No,
that
let's
doing 3
give it a
stuff.
try, all right?
Yeah,
And
let's
see
give
what
it a try.
happens. So I'm closing the rooms now. We can go back to the main room and Josee can tell us what's next, all right? Hopefully, now that I've given them 1 minute, they will be making a decision.
Yeah, I find it on Zoom that people wait until until it kicks you out and don't come back beforehand.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. Maybe people don't realize that they can come back earlier. Yeah. Okie dokie. Hi, Josee. I went to the other group and we made a decision on an emotion and a number. You are muted, my dear.
Did you give them a sentence?
Nope.
Okay. So which group is this? Just the rest of us, yeah? The rest
So
of
this
the
is
people.
basically who was I with? Priyanka, Jenny, and Emmanuel. There were just 3 of us.
And I have no idea what you've chosen, so I'm just going to give you a random sentence, okay?
Yep.
All right. This pearl is thine, Hamlet.
Now, I'm going to see if I can find that on the list and put it into the chat.
I can do it if you like.
Okay. It's a race to see who can do it first, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Can you repeat the line, please?
I'm doing it now.
There we go.
The pearl is thine.
All right.
You beat me to it. Okay, fine.
So because we've got a mixture of native and non-native English speakers, does everybody know what a pearl is? Yeah, of course they do. Do they know what thine is?
Do you know what thine is? Thine means yours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. So it's an old English word for yours. All right. Josee, back to you.
Okay. So we're going to guess each other's thing. So how about Jenny's group, choose one of, choose either Grant or Paula or Susan or Emmanuel or me, to say the line that we have in the manner of.
Yeah. Okay, Jenny, I'm going to nominate you to choose somebody who wasn't in your group.
Okay, I'll go for Eleanor.
Okay, Eleanor. You were were you in our group? No.
No, I was in your group, yes.
Oh, you were, Mike.
So
I'm going demented here, sorry.
what? So now I have to do the other one?
You say the line that we rehearsed.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I thought I was asking you.
In the manner of, yes.
Oh, right. Yes, we did with the tension and that. Right. Okay. Yeah. By my truth, I speak my thoughts.
Wow.
All right. Now, okay, so the other group that were not in our group now need to guess what the emotion and the intensity is.
Priyanka?
No, you can ask any other person to say
Emmanuel?
it again.
Jenny?
I think she was angry. Her emotion was very angry.
It was, but it wasn't that particular word.
Warlike thoughts?
Yeah, warlike thoughts, yes,
warlike
good.
Thoughts, yeah.
What intensity?
And
That's
around
maybe
4.
It
Level
was
around
maximum 4 or 5.
4.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so now we ask somebody from the other group. Paula, do you want to ask somebody else?
I'll ask, let me see, I've got everybody here. Emmanuel?
Yes.
Say your thing in the manner of.
Okay.
Do you remember the line?
Despair is fine. Hamlet.
Okay.
Can you give us it again, Emmanuel, looking at the camera if you can?
Despair is fine. Hamlet.
Okay.
Okay.
What is it? What do we think it is?
Do
we want to ask somebody else?
Yeah, let's have Priyanka. Let's have the others in the group as well, each doing it, because I think it's a hard one. Priyanka.
Yeah. The spell is thine, Hamlet.
Okay, good. Jenny.
This pearl is thine, Hamlet.
Nice.
Okay.
Can I offer? I think it's harsh.
Yeah.
2.
Very good.
You're so close.
Ooh.
Okay.
And with harsh, 3.
Okay. Well, not
that's
bad.
amazing.
Wow.
It's really good that. Sorry, I've got somebody at the door. Can you carry on, Josee?
Yeah, sure. So, do you want to do one more round,
It's
guys?
the fun police.
Yeah, exactly. Can't laugh. Come on, no. All right. Should we do it one more time?
Yeah. What's the time, guys?
It's 1:45. Do you want to do one more time?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay.
Brilliant.
All right.
Now that we know what we're doing, so I'm going to put you into the same breakout rooms, and we're going to choose. Everyone's going to choose a different emotion, or each group, and a different number. Okay.
You did it so well. You did it so well, Jerry.
Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Very well
done.
Yeah.
So the emotions, we've already had warlike thoughts and harsh. How about something more challenging like peaceful?
Yes.
Or shame is also quite a hard one.
It is a bit difficult, but I think both. Peaceful will be good.
Yeah, I think.
Should we try peaceful?
Yeah.
So I'm going to choose a line this time because obviously that's what she did with her group. So let me just have a look at the lines and then come back to you. Right. Okay, I've got a line. By my troth, can you all say that? Troth is truth.
By my throat.
Yeah,
By my troth.
I speak my thought.
I speak my thoughts.
So the whole line is, by my troth,
I speak my thought.
thought. I'm
To
not
stop
going to put it in
Hamlet.
the chat because I don't want it to go to other people. So by my troth,
I
By
speak
my
my
troth.
thought.
I speak
I
speak my thoughts.
by
My thoughts, sorry, singular.
Thought.
By my troth, I speak
I
my
speak
thought.
my thought.
Try it, everyone.
By
So
my
we-
troth. I
by
speak
my
my
throat.
thought.
I speak my thought.
Excellent.
By my throat, I speak my thoughts.
Excellent. I think if we really learn it, that will help us when we come to do it. So let's do it one more time.
By
Priyanka?
my
By,
troth. I speak my thought.
Did you do it,
by my
Emmanuel?
throat. I
No.
speak my thought. Peaceful,
By my-
right? We're choosing peaceful. We're not choosing
Yeah.
shame.
I mean, like, for example, one might be, by my troth,
I choose my
I speak my thought.
What number
I
did
don't
we
know,
pick,
it's a
David?
hard one, isn't it? Because does one mean really peaceful or one means just a bit peaceful? That's a hard one.
Mm. Yeah, what did we pick a number?
No, but we should do. Should we go for 5?
By
I'm
my
is like
thought.
two.
By
It's,
throat.
what do you reckon? 2? Did you say, Priyanka?
No, I'm saying 5 is like then you are too calm, right? By my throat, I speak my
No, I'm
thought.
thinking, right? This is called levels of tension.
So it's
So
like
you're more tense when you are number 5.
so
And by the
You
way,
mean
you want
it
us to be
more.
on 1 or 2.
so let's choose 2. Now, don't go yet. I'm closing the rooms just to encourage other people to come back, but we've still got a minute left. So we're doing number 2. And can we all say the line? By my troth,
By my
I
throat,
speak my
I
thought.
By
speak
my
my
throat,
thought.
I
By
speak
my
my
troth.
thought.
I speak my thought.
By my throat, I speak my thought.
That's it. And we're going to do it as a number 2. All right. So I'll see you back there. Hopefully, if I can work out how to do it. How do we get back there? I'm closing them all. Leave breakout.
Let me be that I am and seek not to alter me. I can't hear, David.
Josee, I heard you saying that.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not me.
I
was
don't
thinking
know
that
what
for
your
you.
level
Your
is. So that's
It's a bit long.
Is it too long? Okay. Okay, here's another one. David's group. That
no,
I
we've got
love.
one. We've got one this time.
Oh, you got one. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
because
Who
we've
starts?
preempted you.
Ah,
So
all
don't
right
don't
then.
muck us about.
Oh, all right
All right.
then.
Because we've learnt it hopefully as well. The
Yeah.
line we're going to do is by my troth, I speak my thought.
That's the one we had. Okay.
Was it? The same.
Yeah.
Good. I chose
Yeah.
it because it's nice and simple.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's fine. It's good if it's the same one.
Uh-huh.
Should we go first this
Yes,
time?
sure.
So,
Yeah.
Josee, would you like to ask someone from your group to choose someone from our group?
Eleanor, you choose somebody from their group, please.
Priyanka?
By my throat, I speak my thought.
Okay.
Should we have, because there's only 3 of us, let's have the others doing it as well.
Everybody
So,
say it, yes.
yeah, Jenny, can you go next? And then Emmanuel?
I my troth, I speak her thought.
My thought. Try it again,
My
Jenny.
thought.
It goes,
Sorry.
by my troth, I speak my thought.
Yeah.
By my truth, I speak my thought.
Excellent.
Okay.
Emmanuel.
By my throat, I speak my thought.
Okay.
They were all excellent performances. So Grant probably knows. He's got a smile on his face. Anybody else? Susan, let's ask you to have a guess. Just have a guess.
Where are you, Susan? Oh, there you are.
Shame. We think shame. That's not right. So Paula, what do you think it might be?
Well, it's gonna be something sedate, so I would say it's peaceful.
Correct. Now all we need is the number.
Gosh, how peaceful were you?
Eleanor? Well, if 1 is quite
3.
not tense and 5 is very tense, what were we?
3, maybe. I'll go for 3.
4.
Okay. Interesting. We were number 2 this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I must say, when we were discussing this, it was hard to know, for example, is number 1 not very peaceful and number 5 is really peaceful, or is it the
Yeah.
other way around?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it, really?
But what we
Okay.
went
No,
for,
no, no, no.
Whether it's
One
we
is
went for
less,
levels
5
of-
is more.
Sorry, Grant?
1 is less, 5 is more. It's the same with all of them.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
maximum peace.
Well, we
Maximum.
went for something slightly different in that 5 is tense and 1 is not tense. If it's levels of tension.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah, it's a tricky one. But I think
Yeah.
if you played it like Grant suggested, and it's levels of emotion rather than levels of tension, that would
Yeah.
be easier for kids to understand. And
Yeah.
for generally, I think it's easier, isn't it? So maybe not thinking of it so much as levels of tension, but levels of emotion. Does that make sense, Josee?
Yeah, I think that's better.
Well,
Yeah.
perhaps you can look at it as a place in the spectrum. So where you have war thoughts like, and then peaceful, and you're somewhere in that spectrum. You know, you're going from, so because number 1 is super peaceful, and no. So it's really difficult, isn't it? Because what is number 5 when it comes to peaceful? Because peaceful is always 1, it seems, in a way.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, number 5, if you were incredibly peaceful, you could be zoned
Yes.
out like you'd just taken a big draft of a cannabis cigarette.
yeah.
Whereas number 1 could be placatory rather than really zoned out.
Yeah.
I think it's something that's interpreted differently by everybody.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So
You'd have
For
to make
4
it
minutes.
clear.
yeah, I've got something else that I want to talk about. So I'm going to do that if that's all right. But first of all, can we give a round of applause to Josee?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
people clapping. And yeah, it's a good idea to use deaf language for that. Excellent. If we are muted. Yeah, I'll share my screen with you guys to just briefly mention this course that I'm running next year. So let me do that. Right, okay. So I'm going to find this one. Here it goes. So I said I would be mentioning Argentina again in the meeting. So during summer of 24, myself and Griselda Beacon from Argentina ran this course called Creativity with Young Learners. We had about a dozen students, and it'll be taking place next year again in August in the fine city of Norwich in the east of England. It's a face-to-face course. It's run by the Norwich Institute for Language Education. I will put the links in the chat and the email that I send after the meeting. But I think rather than read all about it, I'm just going to show you some pictures of students from the course from last year and just briefly talk about some of the things that we did. So it wasn't just drama, but it was also art. It was fun. It did involve telling stories through drama. It involved some social events as well. This one, some of you will recognize as 3D living pictures activity, where you project an image and then people become characters in that image. The lovely thing about it was that we were in a place called the Garden Room. So in the British summer, we worked most of the time outside in that space. This is Griselda Beacon, who is renowned in Argentina for her storytelling skills. And she shared those and methods of bringing stories to life with the group. As you can see, there were some nice art activities and some very happy bunnies at the end of the course. So that's running next year. If anybody has any questions about it, please let me know. There's plenty of time to book up for it, or if you want to pass the information on to anybody, then do. Again, I'll put all the links in the email because we don't have much time left. We have 1 minute left. Okay.
I'd like to endorse both David and Griselda, who I have worked with various times. I've done a few things with David in Norwich, and I've been at several conferences with Griselda, and she's come to my session and I've gone to her session, and we both enjoyed what we're doing. So I can endorse Griselda. I know her very, very, very well.
Excellent. I'd like to welcome Kirsty. Unfortunately, you're in an alternate time zone to everybody else because you've just come to start the meeting, I think. Is that correct?
I have, but I thought the times with the clocks changing, I thought that the hour would be maintained as things changed. What time is it in the UK?
It's 2 p.m. now.
And do the meetings not normally happen at 2 p.m.?
Well, the weird thing is that they start at 1 p.m. GMT. So in the summer, that becomes 2 p.m. BST.
So
just to make it difficult for you.
Oh no, because I changed my clock so I could come to them, and now the clocks have changed. I can't come anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're not the only one. So I might, for the next one, I might go back to 2 p.m. your time. Will that make any difference to anybody here? Not really. So let's do that.
Oh, I would appreciate it.
Because Yan from China also had the same issue that she doesn't finish work until the time now. So she wasn't able to join. But listen, guys, it was fun. We played a few games. I'm going to send you a video, and at some point I'll also put a summary of that video into YouTube and into the course notes. So you'll be able to go back and look at what we did and jump to the parts that you want to remind yourself of. Hope you got some ideas to take away. And thanks, guys. Lovely to see old friends and new. So anyone want to say anything before we go?
Yes.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes,
Thank you.
David, does it mean that it will be 10 o'clock for me next time?
Well, look, I can't work that out. I'll tell you what, Josee, the easy way to work out is what time is it now in your country?
It's now 10 o'clock.
That's when we'll be starting next time.
10 a.m. or 10 p.m.
10 well, it's 10 p.m. in Hong Kong.
Right.
Yeah. So we've got people from
Malta,
Grant probably 10 p.m. as well, I reckon. No,
it's 9 for me. I'm in Saigon.
Okay. And Priyanka, you're probably what?
Evening 7:30. Yeah, almost
There we
9.
go. We've got all crazy times. Emmanuel, what time is it?
That's the beauty of coming to this. I mean, so many people, different time zones, and everybody makes it. That's it. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, Emmanuel,
This is a
what time
special
is it in
meeting.
Malta?
In Malta, it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. We started at 2 afternoon at the time I finished school. Sometimes I have to
And
see the
Susan,
repetition of the filming here.
are you 8 p.m., Susan? Or
No,
are you
no, 11 a.m.
11 a.m., right? Goes the other way. Okay, in Argentina. And Kirsty, we know it's
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Where are
Very
you?
confusing. Very confusing.
Where are
This is
you?
why I can't get my head around it, you know. All right. Well, if anybody wants to stay on the chat for just a few little bits and pieces, you're welcome. But I'm officially closing the meeting now. Ba-choom. There we go. It's finished. But some people like to stay on and have a little chat while I'm finishing up. So goodbye to everybody who isn't hanging on for a couple of minutes. It's been great to see you all.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Grant.
I have to go. I have to get up really early. So
Okay, Josee. Next time a late one for you, but hope that
I
you
know.
can stay awake for it.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kirsty, you're in the props department, I can see.
The props department.
You're in the costume room, is that right?
Well, it's costume props. They're building for my next show, arches, and we've got a great room here.
I think I've been in that. I feel I've been in that room.
Have you been here? Yeah, you've been here. You will have been here, actually.
Yeah, I have.
They're building these arches for Vanity Fair.
I went and ran a day's class. Was it 1 or 2 days?
You did what? You did an after. I think it was a full day with the English department, maybe with English and drama. Yeah, that's true. You did indeed.
On Tibes, France, or near on Tibes.
Valbonne, actually. Yeah. No, we remember it. I was thinking it must have been about 2017, something like that.
That was one of my more glamorous workshop venues.
Oh.
Well, maybe not the props room though.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Very memorable.
Yes, well, getting you back again. What was that? The one you were just advertising there with Griselda? I missed the beginning.
So that's creativity for young learners. And basically we're running it in August from the 4th to the 15th. And I was showing people some photos from the course just so they could get a little bit of a taste of it. Takes place in the cathedral city of Norwich. We work outside and inside with storytelling, art, and drama. Yeah.
So when is it, David?
It is in August from the 4th to the 15th.
It's 10 days.
It's actually 2 weeks. So there's a weekend in between.
Wow.
So Monday is the 4th and Friday is the 2nd. Friday is the 15th, if you see what I mean.
Could I come for a few days only?
Yeah, we had people who came for 1 week. You'll be really sad to leave.
I know, but I can't stay in the UK that long. That's the trouble.
Oh,
Unless you go on the second week.
It's possible to come for the second week as well. Definitely. We had most people came for all the week, and we happened to have mainly Spanish teachers because their government paid for them to come. But we also had Malaysian and others as well, Chinese, I think. So a mixture. And yeah, it was lovely because unlike now, it was nice and warm, and it just has such a good energy doing that kind of work at that time of year, in the nice location as well.
So, David, I want to instigate a thought in your mind that coming to this online session once a month, it is so full of learning. Why don't you design a module where you teach us, your students, online only, right? I'm in India, right? But we meet like more often. We meet maybe twice a week or on weekends I mean, I'm hungry to learn more. And it's like I'm coming after so many days on this, and I know, oh my God, this is what I was missing. The work was challenging. I was busy with work and home and everything. But
Yeah.
when I'm here now, when you're telling about all these workshops,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do something for us online too, where we just don't meet you once a week, like month. We meet you often, and it's a structured program like the one we are doing.
So
It's excellent what we are
you're on the
doing.
course, aren't you? You're a member of the
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've obviously
But that's a
um
different thing. But seeing you and doing these together, it's like it just
yeah,
stays here forever. So if
yeah.
you give me an activity that I have done with you, maybe 4 or 5 meetings before, I still remember that because you learn more when you do it.
Mm.
And it's
Yes,
like
true.
you should think about it. I'm in. I'm the first student in.
All
Design
right.
an online module where, like, maybe a 12-week or something where we see
Mm-hmm.
you and we get to know more, learn more from you. I mean,
Well,
if you
one possibility,
hear
I'm
me,
not
right?
saying I will do this, but the obvious way that I would do it is to use my existing online course and
Yeah.
go through each module, but have participatory activities for each
Why
one.
not? Yeah, that's a great
So
one.
that way it would make each one, as you say, more memorable.
And it'll be like the same module, but like the same program, but it'll be a different experience, even for the people who have already done it. To do it again, all the activities with you is different, I feel.
Well,
Yeah.
Priyanka, as Paula is still here, I'd really be interested to hear anything she'd like to say about this because she works at University College London and the Institute of Education, which does face-to-face and online learning, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm involved in the initial teacher training, so teacher education. So that's not online. Obviously, that's you have to. It's kind of difficult, but I'm sure that UCL does. I mean, I was just saying to David last week or so that we're planning a module for teachers free to access, but it's asynchronous, so it's not participatory in that sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's this online platform allows people to have access to information that really wouldn't have happened before, and it's great in that respect. Susan,
Can I mention mine, David?
Go for it, Susan.
I am currently running Shelter, which is an online academy for teachers. And I have been doing an English through drama course. I've done it 11 times now, and it lasts for 6 weeks, all online. And we meet on a Sunday. We used to meet on a Saturday, but I'm taking another course in New York and we meet on Saturdays. So I can't do it on Saturdays anymore. So I'm doing it on Sundays now. But the people who've done it with me wanted to go further. So now I developed a level 2 drama, which is on the frames of process drama. And we're doing our last week this Sunday. And I'm going to be opening both of them next year online. Okay. So if you want to contact me, you can get me at Shelter, which is
could you type it into the chat, Susan?
I will. www.lt. It's mainly for teachers, but other people come because they say it's for everyone.
I was going to share your website, actually, if I can. Here we go.
I'm a very slow typer.
Yeah.
Because I'm dyslexic.
Well, I'll tell you what, Susan, I'm going to put it into the chat window for you. All right. Let me just stop sharing so that I can access the chat window and put it in there, unless you've managed to do it now. Oh, there we go. You've done it. So excellent.
You've done it better than me.
Yeah. Well, I pasted it in. because I can't spell either. Well, I can. So, well, there you go, Priyanka. You asked for a participatory
Okay,
drama
thank you. I'm leaving,
experience
David. Thanks
on
very
a
much.
weekend.
Thank you for resources. Thank you.
All right, Emmanuel, thank you. And Priyanka, that sounds like what Susan is actually offering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
So,
what
I have to go, guys.
okay, Josee, thanks a lot for coming. So
Bye-bye.
do have a look at that link. And you know, I'd like to do it myself. And I also don't want to do it myself. Just because, you know, it's hard work, isn't it?
Very, very hard work. It's very time consuming, and just building the course, like 6 months full-time work, just building it.
Yes, that's it.
I actually base it on the different chapters of my book.
Yeah.
So people buy the book as well. At the beginning, I didn't ask them to buy the book, but I found that having the book in front of them and preparing the week from the book was much more beneficial for them. And then I do what I call retrieval practice when we're face to face. I actually go through the activities with them, because my book isn't about theory. It's just activity, 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 as we've done with this morning. And that's what I believe teachers need. I think they can read the theory anywhere.
Yeah. I'm pretty much of the same mind. Yeah.
Over 100 pages of activities. And I think that's the important thing. And they're very generic, so you can apply them to all sorts of different situations. I'm also an ambassador for the Global Play Brigade, and we have just had our massive play fest where we offered 9 free play shops. We don't call them workshops, we call them play shops. And we say our play shops are free and will always be free, because we are made of volunteers. We are all volunteers. But it blew my mind when I joined in 2020 during the lockdown. And I'm now an ambassador, and I'm now working with the East Side Institute in New York to learn to be a social therapist. So it's very interesting.
I'm just looking it up, actually. So is it online?
It's always online.
Right, okay. Yeah.
And Kirsty, did you say you were in France?
Kirsty, you're muted.
She's trying to.
Hang on. Let me try and ask her to unmute. Oh, I think she's having problems with her phone. But yes, she's in the south of France. She lives in Biot, not far from Antibes.
Right. So she teaches there. She teaches drama, or?
She is an English.
Hello, am I there?
Yeah, Kirsty, we can hear your audio now.
I'm having problems with I'm on, because what happened is there's all these roads. I've kept turning my audio off because there's all this work going on, construction outside, and my car is so far away that I couldn't get to my computer in time to get to the meeting. So long, complicated story. France. I met David years ago in a London workshop, and then he came over here and worked with us. And we'd actually love to get you back, because we're looking for CPD. The theatre team were quite small, but they would love to have some CPD. So I might be you for a quote, David.
Well, I'm even better than I was when I came before now. I know more.
Of course you are. Yes,
you're more expensive now.
Yeah, and far more expensive. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Kirsty, of course I'll come.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
I still drool over the photos of Antibes from when I was there, and I want to visit the Picasso Museum again.
Yes, and the Fernand Léger you did last time as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is great. I mean, it's wonderful to have all these people here from different necks of the wood. And Priyanka, great idea. I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to nick some ideas off Susan, I reckon, as well. Oh yeah, Susan's put in the Global Play Brigade. I thought I was putting that in, but I've put her website in again, and we've got the Global Play Brigade. So you might want to click on that before you leave, because the chat won't be there afterwards.
That's right.
All right. So lovely to meet you. Anybody else got anything else they want to say before we go?
Save the chat as well.
Oh yeah. Can you do that?
Yeah. Do you know how to do it?
No, can you tell us all?
Yeah. If you go to the top where it says Inspiring Drama Teacher Zoom meeting and go to the right, well, on mine it's going to the right, there are 3 dots.
Yeah.
So just click on the dots and it says underneath Save Chat.
And that's if you're on a phone, I think. Is that right?
I'm on PC.
Oh, you're on PC. I've got 3 dots which are at the bottom of my screen.
Okay, that then.
But they don't allow me to save the chat.
Oh, they don't?
No.
What are you on? Are you on your phone, did you say?
No, I'm on a computer as well. I'm on a Mac.
You're on a Mac. Maybe it's different on a Mac.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not on a Mac, but I don't get that either.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want? I saved part of the first one that I was on, but when I left by mistake, I lost all of that was
I'll tell
on
you
the...
what. As I'm such a generous person, I will share the chat, a link to the chat with everybody.
Oh, actually, I found out how to do it. I found out how to do it.
Okay, Paula, what?
So, you know, if you open your chat, meeting chat, well, this is on a Windows, right? And you will find that at the bottom, there's 3 icons. There's the text, then there's like a page, and then there's a little icon on that white meeting chat box. Just where you know when you're gonna type something right at the bottom.
Chevron.
And the one in the middle that looks like a page. If you click on that, then that saves your chat.
Oh yeah, it says file when you hover over.
Yeah, yeah.
And it saves the file. So there you go. Right. So now I don't have to send it out. Hooray!
Well, I'm on my phone and I can't find 3 dots, nor can I find anything. But actually, what I'm going to do is take a screenshot and I can just type in the information afterwards.
You are clever. Right. Okay. Have you done your screenshot?
I've done an earlier one and I actually clicked on the links. I think I've got everything I need.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
I'm finally going to go then and maybe
right.
have some lunch. So lovely to see everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye. Take care. Bye-bye.